Let's go. What's up, bro? We got a podcast in the metaverse, bro.
Yeah. Who knew that this is what it was all building up to through the entire first season? And now we are here kicking off season 2 with all of you guys, a live studio audience.
Let's go. Every Tuesday.
A podcast. We didn't even know what was happening. We're 15 episodes into this.
It seems to be helping and impacting a lot of people. We'll see you every Tuesday on the Well Metaverse podcast. Peace.
I don't know why I chuck deuces. Like I don't chuck deuces. What was that? Hello.
It's the Well Metaverse, no excuses. Some chunk some and others don't chunk deuces.
Oh, look at this. Sterminator throwing a comment up immediately. Or he says, bonjour to our French supporters. Yeah. The Lost in Translation episode where we're talking about some new groups of folks that are coming into the Soapstone and adopting it as their safe place to laugh. Way to go, Sturm. Yeah. Kimberly Ann says hello, bonjour, hola. Yeah. You know what? I was going to ease into it, but we got our crew here in the comment section just hitting it hard. So Jason, something very, very cool has happened in the Soapstone. We've got a gentleman by the name of Bart who has really been shining lately. This guy can speak 7 languages, and he's got a passion to make the Soapstone accessible to people who speak other languages. Yeah. And he kicked off a French show called Le Soapstone, and I might have to take another stab at that. What Lolly, did I get it right? Or
no, you got it right. Le Soapstone.
I got it right. Mm-hmm. All right.
Le Soapstone.
Yeah. I mean, I speak French as well as you do, Aaron.
Oh, all right. and half as good as Jason, because he said a couple of words.
Right. Yeah.
Merci beaucoup.
Maybe 10% as good as Jason. Yeah. So we started this French show, and in with that, we've been trying to figure out how to integrate people who speak a different language in with the rest of us English speakers. And trainer Cal, this dude stepped up in Discord and kind of worked with some pre-existing program stuff, but implemented a bot in the Soapstone chat groups or in the Discord server, where anytime anybody speaks in any language, if you comment with the flag of the language that you want it in, it will translate it for you. So now,
are you serious, bro?
Yeah. So now we can have French people communicating with each other in French, but still have accessibility with English speakers, so we can contribute to the conversation, and vice versa. I'm just so excited about this. This is super, super cool.
Okay, all right. So slow it down for that. There was one year I had to take a remedial class, so that shows up every now and then. So I can hear it or understand what the person is saying in my own language if I comment. This is only on Discord. It's not with the headset.
Correct. It's in Discord, but there's some cool stuff happening with the headset too, that you can kind of read the writing on the walls. Like if you go into venues nowadays, there's a running chat, so people can communicate via chat visually, which is incredible for the deaf community. Also,
say it again.
it's incredible for the deaf community.
Okay. For who?
Did you hear that? Did you?
Jay Dunn, what up?
Oh yeah, Jay Dunn's in the audience here. He
So,
says, "Yo."
you and I can be talking. It was because we don't know sign language, and we can't do that in the metaverse. That a person can see our visual comments, our comments visually.
Currently the way it is in venues is people have to type comments. So it's it's not to the point yet where it's like audibly translating, but people type comments. But also like it wouldn't be that far away to do voice recognition and have it just running, and then also it wouldn't be that far away to have translations. To where view the entire chat in your native language and that. And again, I don't have like any information saying that that's what's happening, but just reading the writing on the walls, I guess kind of literally, it's something that, all the building blocks are there. Is sarcasm a language that can be translated? Yeah.
Duh.
Oh man! By the way, Lolly, it's good to see you here.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything that you do.
We do love you, Lolly. We do recognize you.
Well, I wouldn't be out here except Aaron told me to stay here. I'm always like, what am I doing here? But okay, we were going to talk about something, but are we going to talk about that now? Or are we going to talk about it later?
Well, let's talk about whether or not we're going to talk about it. But let's talk about it later.
Okay, we'll talk about it. All right, if we're going to talk about it later, then I'm going to go backstage.
No, talk about it now. What do you got happening tomorrow? Because I know it's exciting.
We're just really excited because we're having the wonderful Mr. Bob Smiley back, which everybody knows I'm a big fan of Bob Smiley's long before he came to the metaverse. So super exciting for me. And the last time we had him on here was literally the most hilarious interview. And like I told Aaron right before we came out, basically, I have to walk out there and go, here's Bob Smiley. I mean, that's it. We're done. But he came into the metaverse not that long ago. And when he did a show in the Soapstone and it was amazing, but he's gotten a lot more acclimated and he pulls some of that comedy into his routines now. So he's a little bit more familiar with the metaverse, which makes it even more fun. So going to be a wonderful interview. Super excited about tomorrow. And we are going to attempt to live stream it for anybody who can't be there. So It should be available to watch later. So should be a lot of fun.
Let's go.
Yeah, very cool.
All right.
Very cool.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Lolly.
Yes. Hey, man, Bob Smiley is just one of the funniest dudes ever, man. It's just
and he's funny. Like he's not just stage funny. Like I'll be texting back and forth with him, and I'll just hold my phone up and so Renee, you gotta read this. Like film censor.
Yeah,
Bob who? Yeah. Oh man.
That's the one thing, we both of you and I have comedian friends that I think you and I kind of go serious, funny, serious can be, but then we've got guys who just, man, there's certain comedian friends I text that I know I'm gonna get something, a laugh whenever I text them.
Yeah.
Every single time, bro.
Yeah, just funny people,
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good stuff. Yeah, Bob's got. So I know we've talked a little bit about it, but we're getting pretty darn close to publishing this green room, which will be a space specifically for like headliner level comedians.
Right.
And Bob's going to be very involved in that. One of the things that I've noticed is when comedians come into the metaverse, they haven't really had a spot to call their own.
Yeah.
They could come into like the Soapstone or one of the other venues, but it's it's like they're on when they're there. So to have a space that can be kind of their home space, I've been working with the team at Inspire to create that, and it's coming together nice. We got to get you in there soon too to take a look at it.
Indeed, brother. Indeed.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, how was the show at the very British pub?
Dude, it was a lot of fun. Me
I
and Bob
know,
Smiley
man.
got the opportunity to perform there, and it was great. Like actually, that was the first time in about like 4 months that I had been on stage telling jokes. Kind of the same thing I'm talking about. Like if I'm in the Soapstone, I'm kind of on, not
Yeah,
comedy wise, leadership wise. You know,
right.
I'm there doing other stuff, which is great. I love it, but it's it hasn't been super easy for me to do comedy in there. So
Yeah,
it was a really fun opportunity to get on stage over at the Very British Pub and do some comedy. It's such a cool community over there. What's up this? Oh, hey, the meta comedian. All right.
what up? My man 50 grand.
Yeah.
No, that went nowhere. That's that.
That's yeah. All
That
right.
got zero response. Hey, man, I do got some good news, man. That I don't know if I think I told you, but see these awards right here.
Yeah.
This is a representation of. We won 9 of them with the TV show. We are like over 2 seasons, man. We just got word that we got 5 more awards from this past season, bro.
Wow.
What?
Congrats.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Congrats, man. That's
Thanks, man.
you know that how did that show come about? How did you end up getting involved with that?
Dude, same thing like the growth of the metaverse, the great pandemic of 2020.
Ah.
Was it 2020 or 2019? It was 2020.
Yeah, yep, 2020.
Yeah.
Because who could have seen that coming? No,
Right.
not with 2020 vision.
Yeah, man. So it was an after school program, and that once COVID happened, school shut down. They couldn't do this after school program where they teach character traits. So they created a web series of about 7 episodes, 6 episodes, and the company that was doing it, this began to take up all of their time, and they said, "Man, we're in over our heads. We've got these other projects we got to do. We can't do this. In fact, it's so daunting. We probably suggest that y'all axe it." And
Hmm.
the executive director of this project was like, "Nah, don't tell me no." So he found a production company. So this is what they do. They produce. Typically, they produce a lot of TV, like medical commercials. But then they also the studio they use is where they recorded Barney, and
Oh,
also did some Terminator stuff back in the day. And dude, we did that, and that thing just they asked me to be a part of it. Then once they would get in the studio to do it, and I was like, "This seems big. Let's go." And
nice.
look at it, man. Now it's worldwide, literally. So it's pretty awesome.
Wow, wow. What if you don't mind sharing, like what kind of viewership does something like that get?
Dude, so we're on several local stations in the country. We're on direct TV, and we're it's available in different countries. The actual overall
Nice.
viewership, uh, I don't know those stats.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, I
Man,
get a
that's
hold of them probably.
I'll tell you what though, like the times when that's come up, like I know that's a project that you get just so much satisfaction and fulfillment out of. I mean, you light up when you start talking about that every time. So congrats on that, and of course
Thanks,
the
man.
success of it as well.
Thanks, brother. It's exciting to be. I mean, it's exciting to be a part of something special, something that seems like God breathes on, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it is exciting. I mean, it's exciting to be a part of what's happening in the metaverse right now too. It feels like there's a lot of potential energy built up,
Yeah.
Like it feels like behind the scenes, the teams at Meta have been just stacking firewood and just like getting ready. And
Yeah.
it feels like there's a whole bunch stacked and someone's about to light a match and it's gonna go up in a good way.
Yeah. Dude, I'm impressed with. Okay, now there's this bot where uh you can now communicate with people in different languages in real time.
Yeah.
That is huge. And that happened. Here's what's crazy about this explosive growth in the metaverse. I don't think 3 weeks ago that wasn't even the conversation. I don't think. I didn't have that with you.
So
I
not this translation piece. Like
Right.
the French show has been in development. Lolly's been working with Bart, and the lead team has kind of had eyes on it for a while. But this translation piece, I mean, so really that discussion started like on Sunday, and then was kicked around quite heavily in different ways yesterday. And this morning I woke up and it was implemented. Like
Right.
what?
Right. Originally I wanted to say a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but or a week ago. This wasn't even a conversation. So y'all had the conversation Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, come on, shout out to Cal. But
Absolutely.
that is a leadership, business, organizational uh learning point right there, man.
Well,
Dude.
and here's something that I wasn't even really gonna mention. Hold on here. This is something I wasn't gonna mention. Aaron looks like he's been
Uh,
wearing his glasses more than just at night. All right, go
listen,
ahead, go
when
ahead.
I Antonio, when I popped in backstage before the show started, that's the first thing I saw, and I just started laughing. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna save what I want to save for the show, but we dove right into it, and I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah. So I've had all these issues with my eyes and my prescription changing. So I got these like $9 pharmacy store sunglasses, and they fit really tight, maybe a little too tight. Like I got to go back to the ones that are way out here. This is, yeah,
Yeah, brother,
it's.
you need
I even tried to change the coloration of my light just a little bit, just to try to.
Sensei J is hilarious.
Oh no. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you need some face wash sunblock. That's what you need.
something. Yeah, yeah. So we'll see what happens over the rest of the summer. If,
Some suntan
but I mean,
lotion.
there's something else going on too, because like it looks like my sunglasses are like this big, and they're not.
That's funny. What kind of sunshades are they? Ray
Like
Tans?
they, they're yeah, they're not. I know they cost $9 at Bunty's Pharmacy in Zealand, so probably not like UV, and I think they're like just. I think they're pieces of plastic that like it's,
That is
but you know
funny.
what? I like them, and you know, as Antonio points out, suntan only means you've been enjoying yourself. Wear it with pride. All right. Tan lines are
Hey,
sexy, I hear. So, you know.
listen, that's when they're on your shoulders, not on your face.
Yeah, how risque I'm showing off my tan lines.
Right. Man, in other news, well, I know we need to talk about some dude, but I'm coming to Grand Rapids, man.
Oh, when?
I don't know. I was on my team call, my comedy team call, and we got a book, an event booked in Grand Rapids. I don't know
Nice.
if you know what it is, brother.
You know the date yet or no?
Yeah, all this. Let me see. Schedule. I don't
That's
know,
awesome,
man.
man. Yeah, let's definitely try to connect if we can while you're here. I know oftentimes you're in and out, but
I know it. Like this time, it's like, yo, let's make something happen.
yeah,
August,
August, cool.
August
August,
19th.
yeah, let's plan on. Are you bringing Terry with you by any chance, or is it?
More than likely, I will not, just because of all this going on with the fam. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, bro.
Yeah,
But yeah, I wanna. Maybe I should bring her. I don't know if we could do some double date. If not,
it'd be cool. Yeah,
yeah, let's go
I'd say
jeeping, bro.
bring the whole family, but I mean, man, that costs some dollars. Like, it's,
Yes, sir.
that's a lot of plane tickets. Yeah, we could
A
go
whole lot of
jeeping.
fam.
Yeah, yeah, we got to
Yep,
get you up to Silver Lake Sand Dunes. That's jeeping right there.
really nice.
Yeah.
How far is that from Hickory Corners?
I have never heard of Hickory Corners, but I'm guessing that might be. Is that? Well, I don't. We can connect afterwards.
Maybe we
Let's
should.
live stream our our coordinating.
Hey, let's maybe we should do a comedy show while I'm there.
Man, I like that. I like that a lot. Um, so yeah, I like that a lot. Because here's the thing, our friends at Inspire, they want to IRL film a comedy show to do some experimental stuff, and uh, that'd be that'd be awesome. Uh, okay, I'm gonna
Boom. There it
see.
is, folks. You're
This
hearing.
is
You're hearing
yep.
some. Listen. So if you can come up with a French idea or the idea to have a translator on Sunday and it's done by Wednesday, I'm saying here's a
Yeah,
brainstorming
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
session
yeah.
right
This
here.
is real time, and yeah. If anybody has ever wondered how a comedy shows come about, that's exactly it. You know, hey, I'm going to be there. Hey, let's get together. Let's do a show. All right, yeah. Let's. And here's something else that's happening that can tie in there. Yeah, that's awesome.
So
Yeah,
now
Stim
we
says
can
we need
see.
a French comedian. Absolutely.
Now we can see if this teaching point that I was trying to really underscore really is consistent. Because again, I'm just man, the fact that you all talked about that Sunday and like made and Kyle worked to make it happen 2 days later. That's really impressive, man.
So and here's the importance of a strong team. Like I'm a conflict resolution person. Like when there's conflict, I want to try to find the path of least resistance to resolve that conflict. And sometimes that's not the path that should be taken. So
Yeah.
in this, there was a little bit of debate on what the appropriate way for translation to work, and there was some back and forth, and you know it felt a little tense and a little heated at times. And I'm like, listen, let's just bail on the whole thing. Like we don't need to do the translation. Let's let the French people speak French and the English speaking people speak English, and that's that. But
Like a true
again,
American.
right. Let's. But having a strong team, Cal and Bart then connected and came up with a better solution together and implemented it. Like they waited for me to go sleep, and then they implemented it, and it's a great solution. Which again, like with if I had a team that wasn't as strong, when I said, hey, you know what? Let's just bail on it. Let's do this. That might have been the end of it. But because I've got a strong team that pushes for what they believe is best, we end up in a better place. So
Great leadership lesson. I think one of my greatest leadership regrets is not doing just that.
Mm.
Even though it was in college. So in college, my senior year, I became drum major of the band, the marching band, the lone drum major of Virginia State University Marching Trojan Explosion. And our biggest rival was Norfolk State University, which is basically my hometown.
Mm.
So I'm the drum major going to my hometown to the rival band. And this is a historically black college and university. So the band is a big deal. It's a lot of dancing. And that's the biggest part of the dance, the halftime show is the band's dance routine. We're during the week, the band director was like, you know what, y'all not getting right. We're not dancing in Norfolk. And I think he did that to test my leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, you know what? You said we ain't gonna do nothing. I guess we ain't gonna do anything.
Mm.
And I started to say, you know what, band, here's what we're gonna do. Let him leave, call it extra practice while the leader's gone, and then we make up a dance routine.
Yeah.
And so I think that the leadership principle, like you said, man, like strong team, like won't take no for an answer.
Right.
But I think what's important is how to have wisdom when you're not taking no for an answer. It's let the guy who said no, who's in charge, let him go to sleep. Let him go away, and we work on this off time, and then let's see if we can implement it. If it's good enough, then we present it to him.
Yeah. Yep. That's right. Because it's also when myself or somebody in a leadership position has a path in mind, like to try to redirect that ship mid argument or mid debate, like that's not going to work as well as just letting it simmer for a minute and then come up with a better solution and then have that happen. Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt. Luann Butler said show styles where it's at. Now, each one has its advantages and disadvantages. But I'll tell you that high step band is something special. You know that too. But shout out to every band head in the house and the building. We're just band geeking.
Yeah, Lolly D. I didn't know, Lolly D, you were a band geek as well. Yeah, she's backstage nodding her head.
Really?
Now she's
You're a band head.
Yeah.
Like I didn't hear about this.
But I was not an instrument person. I was in the band, but I was a flag waving, banner carrying girl. We did shows and stuff like the halftime shows. But definitely hang out. I was a band geek. High school was a great time to be a band geek. We got to go on trips and it was fun. One particular year we were in San Francisco and it was pouring rain and we did a halftime show in the rain. And we had to get all new uniforms after that. But I will tell you, it's the most fun we ever had, just slipping and sliding in the mud. It was hilarious. Anyway, yep, wow. Band geeks rule for sure.
Very cool.
They become our... No, I just said they become our future musicians. A lot of people from my class they're famous and they're in bands and things. So they were band geeks. Yeah. Anyway, thank you.
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
So good, man. So, man. So it's French. The only band we're gonna be able to see?
Bring in? No, in fact, preliminarily, sometimes I need a translator.
Hillbilly, that's the next
language. But there's already some wheels in motion for the Spanish-speaking community, which will be great.
I'm setting the goal to learn how to speak Spanish. Over the summer.
Well, this will help. Hard, but this will help. Like, it's been proven over and over again that the best way to learn a language is immersion. into that language to
Absolutely.
where everybody's speaking all around you.
Sí. Sí, que
Yeah,
mi poquito español. So,
yeah, not me.
yeah. No way, Jose.
Mayhem says, I was too punk rock to be in the school band. I was helping out with the questionable musicians. Yeah, I
That makes
hear
so
you.
much sense.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you didn't have to tell us that, bro. We already knew that.
yeah. So Mayhem's a bass player. Ace, the bass, is a bass player. I used to play a little bass. I used to slap a little bass. And
Yeah.
so I had to put like a secret shout out to us for the musician showcase sign that's up there. The first line on it is "Bass players unite," and all other musicians too. So
That's
yeah,
funny.
yeah. I don't know if we got any other bass players in the audience.
Look at Jackie Thompson said.
Let's see what I was going to say that earlier. I'd love to take a Spanish class in her eyes. Absolutely, yeah. So
I
this
don't
is
think
this is what Renee. When I was telling her about this translation thing this morning over coffee, and I wake up and I look at my phone and I'm like, no kidding, look at this, and I'm telling her about it, and then I told her about the thing that's happening in venues with the real time chat,
right.
and she said, man, if they ended up translating that so it was in your own native language. Can you imagine what a teaching tool that would be if you walk in and everybody's speaking Spanish and then you had a translation running in print next to it?
Yeah.
So you'd be talking in Spanish, but if you got stuck, you could look at the English translation. That'd be such a powerful tool.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it would handicap me because the crutch of just knowing that the English version's there.
It could. Well, and so the people that I've talked to that are truly what I would say fluent in a language, when they're speaking that language, they're also thinking in that language. So
Yeah.
it's a shift back and forth. So I think like you'd get into the groove where you're thinking in that language, and then maybe it would be a crutch though. I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm always intrigued when a person learns a new language. My favorite question is, do you dream in that language?
Oh
Like
yeah,
that's when you're able to dream in another language, yo, that is like that's when
yeah,
you got it. You got it.
yeah, yeah. I had a dream in another language, but I couldn't understand it.
Thanks.
Jackie says that would help me. I know the basics, but putting together sentences is a bit more difficult. Yeah, yeah.
See.
Lizard says he dreams in another reality.
That is great.
Yeah,
Good stuff, man.
and he dreams. He has dreams in VR. We still have people that come into the Soapstone and just sleep in the Soapstone from time to time. It's every once in a while I'll come in the morning and there will be somebody just sitting in the fire pit taking a nap.
That's great. Yeah, I can't imagine, dude. I would be slobbing and sweating so bad in
Oh, I
my bed.
snore. It'd be, man, if I ever fall asleep in the Soapstone, they'll have to rename it to the Snore Stone.
That's
Uh,
great.
Man, are you sure you want to do a comedy show with me when you come?
That's great. You know how to turn it on. By the way, the absolute worst part of a live comedy show is afterwards, and people say, "Hey, I got one for you."
Yeah. Or you can use this. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude, what's funny is I have a running conversation with myself when that conversation happens. I just laugh. I literally laugh to myself and say, "Let's see how bad this is gonna be."
Yeah.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
always bad. It's never good, man.
Yeah. Now the flip side of that, like some of my strongest tags come from comedians that are in the back of the room listening to a set, and they're like, hey, maybe try this tag. And it's like, yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, those little sarcastic teenagers give some great tags as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, well,
Indeed.
man, one teenager gave me a great tag, man. It was so funny. I mean, and it was a fun show. But man, he gave me such a great tag. I use it on stage to this day, and
And what?
every time
Yeah.
I do it, like, well done, sir.
Yeah. Uh, I almost asked what is it, but I know like it doesn't really work that way. And the tag
No,
is and the sky was purple.
yeah,
Like,
and it needs to be a journey.
yeah,
So
I know
I was tempted to give it, but I was like,
it.
no,
Yeah.
especially because it's the portion of my routine when I'm dealing with race.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it's super funny, but if I just give it as a solo joke and tag,
Yeah. No,
context,
I
yeah,
hear you.
context is everything. Yeah, it'll be a
Yeah.
bad
And
soundbite.
Sturm's, yeah, and yeah, bad soundbite. Yeah. And Sturm's asking, what is a tag? Which is a great question. And, my definition of a tag in comedy is, you've got a setup and then you've got a punchline and then you've got a tag, which is kind of like a short-term callback to the punchline. It's just a little something extra that you can tag onto the end of the joke to make it that much funnier.
Right. For instance, when we were talking about Aaron's tan line on his forehead, that's not a good. But I did have a tag. Yeah, there were a few tags. I'm trying to think of a really good example that would be my my favorite tag. And I probably shouldn't say this publicly, but my favorite tag is from one of the funniest inappropriate jokes I've ever heard. And it's just, dude, it's one of those things where it's stern. You say something, you give a setup, you give a punch, and then it's pow, pow.
Yeah.
Before a tag, like it could be a tag, and it's just so funny, super hilarious.
Yeah. It's all about getting those laughs per minute up because, of course, the structure of a joke, you've got time spent on the setup and then you've got that punchline. But if you can incorporate tags and keep that laughter going, it's
Right.
it's good stuff. Yeah. And then, of course, a callback is when a joke references an earlier joke, like, for instance, Jackie Thompson is calling back here. We call it raccoon eyes. Okay.
That's it. That is a great tag. Absolutely. That is a great tag.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of sunglasses you wear? What are they called? Suntans? For the Ray-Bans?
I looked around for a brand and it's just like nothing. There's yeah. Again,
All I had was
$9.
Ray-Bans.
You can with $9. There's not a bunch of money for those brands there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you get a suntan.
Right.
Ray-Tans. Thank you, Corbin, for correcting my tag. Yes,
Yeah.
Ray-Tans.
Yeah. So what's up?
That's hysterical. There's Aaron's transition language right there. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think we covered it. Covered it.
Well, this has been fun. It
has been.
People call me out on that in meetings and stuff. Like, we'll get towards the end. This has been a lot of fun, and then everybody knows. Yeah, we're probably gonna be rapping soon.
Yeah, but I tell you what, man. Good morning, Soapstone. Bob Smiley. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Well, tonight we got trivia in the Soapstone. Lolly, you want to come out and give us the rundown as we're wrapping it up?
This is so horrible. Lolly won't let you come out now.
Hey, there she is.
Come out of my lovely living room. Is my piano still back there? I don't see it anymore. I think my piano got moved.
It's to your right.
Oh, is that where it is? Okay. Well, I didn't know where it went. Oh no. Yes. So yeah, Good Morning Soapstone tomorrow. It's going to be really exciting. Like they said, Bob Smiley is a favorite guest of all of us. He's hilarious. He's a lot of fun. He uplifts the whole room. So we're going to have a great time tomorrow. And obviously we have trivia tonight, and we have the French show tomorrow too, which is a
Let's
new
go,
experience.
son.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So, yeah, and they really are excited about being part of the Soapstone, which makes us happy too, because they've been sort of isolated, and we've sort of been the first American group to really reach out to them, and so they're really grateful and very, very, very nice and kind, and want to integrate into our team. So it's gonna be great.
That's cool.
We're excited.
That's cool.
Man, maybe they should put a statue in the Soapstone.
Like our own Statue of Liberty or something.
Like, yeah.
Nobody. I thought that was a pretty good historical joke right there.
I liked it.
Right.
Yeah,
I liked it. I like the Statue of Liberty. It's a cool statue. All right.
Film Sensei also just commented on this while in the live stream. The YouTube channel drops a video, and we did. So we had a cool opportunity, and I was going to talk about this, and then I forgot. So thank you, Sensei, for bringing this up. So we collaborated with House Call VR and Gilda's Club in Grand Rapids and Laugh Fest, and we recreated something that happened this past March, which was the Laughter RX Symposium. We recreated that in virtual reality, and it was great.
Oh,
my friend, Dr. Cynthia Shelby Lane, last name hyphenated Shelby Lane. She came in and spoke on the health benefits of laughter, and it was so good. And I just Sensei Jay pulled together like a 3-minute just heavy hitting points through the thing, and it was so cool. I wonder if I can play it real quick.
My goodness.
Let me see. All right. So this here, you talk for a minute, Jason, while I see if I can old man this video up here.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. I'm so glad, because I was waiting for a moment to just being able to go to Sensei Jay's studio in the metaverse is impressive. Just the way he has that set up. Shout out to Sensei Jay, y'all. He is the go-to person for video in the metaverse. So if you need anything done in the metaverse in terms of video, so that you can take your videos outside of the metaverse, Sensei Jay is your guy. I feel like I'm doing a sponsor drop on the radio.
Indeed. Let's see. In March, I had the opportunity. All right, here we go. Attend the Laughter RX Symposium. And a good friend of mine, Dr. Shelby Lane, was one of the speakers there. And she knocked it out of the park. She's got the medical stuff, she's got the data, but she's also got her secret weapon, which is her personality. So without further ado, let's bring up to the stage Dr. Shelby Lane.
Laughter. Why is it so good for us? It relieves pain. Did you know that? Laughter relieves pain. Laughter triggers the release of endorphins. Those are those chemicals in your brain. One effect of the release of the hormone is that it increases pain tolerance. There's hospitals in LA putting laughter tablets in the hospitals and in clinics so that patients can have a little bit of laughter while they're getting a little bit of medicine, a little bit of surgery, and a little bit of angst because they're in the hospital. Number 2, it helps your heart. A good guffaw is healthy for your heart. It helps by increasing the amount of oxygen in your blood and kicking up your heart rate initially, and then your heart rate will go down. It also decreases arterial wall stiffness. It makes you happier. It lightens your mood. If you're a sourpuss, that is not very good at all in this day and age. It can lessen chronic depression and anxiety, as well as it's easier to cope with challenging situations. It also relaxes your body. Stress causes your muscles to tense up, really get tense. So laughing can release stress because it releases your muscle tension. And a good laugh can relieve your muscles of extra stress for up to 45 minutes, and it also stimulates your circulation. And so it's essential that you do something 15 minutes a day that makes you laugh all the way until retirement. It reduces stress. Your body releases cortisol when you're stressed. Too much cortisol is not good. So we want to have an even keel of cortisol. And so laughter helps to reduce that cortisol level. It increases your oxygen intake, it stimulates your body circulation. Then there's short-term benefits. It's that it stimulates organs, it enhances your intake of oxygen-rich air, stimulates your heart and your lungs and your muscles. It activates and relieves your stress response, and it soothes tension. The long-term effects is that it improves your immune system, and then it relieves pain, it increases your personal satisfaction and your happiness, and it improves your mood. Laughter is good medicine.
Pretty heavy hitting,
Wow.
huh?
Absolutely, dude. So good.
You know, she's in Michigan and she's a comedian as well. So maybe we ought to look her up in August.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
All right.
I love
Well, this has been great.
it. It has been. It has been great.
Yeah, thank you, Jason, for this time that we get together and laugh and talk about what's happening and all that. Thank you all for watching. You guys make it a pleasure to be involved in the what is that?
That's thank you, dude. Sign language.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, dude, I
I
don't know if you know. Go ahead.
When I was little, my mom said that I made up a cuss word where I would sit in my chair, and if something happened that I didn't like, I'd go like that.
Yeah, that is a
Yeah, I was a foul
That's
mouth,
close.
a little foul mouth,
and foul-handed. Yeah.
yeah. All right,
Yeah,
everybody.
so-
Or yeah, go ahead. You were
I
gonna.
was yeah. So yeah, I speak international sign language is one of the languages I speak. I speak 8 languages, none fluently, but yeah, I just know a little bit about 8 languages. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, we got to connect you up with Bart, see what kind of overlap there is there.
absolutely. Yeah.
All right, my friends. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.